Every once in a while, when we are reminded of our mortality and how much time speeds up as we get older, we look back on how much society has changed from 10 years ago. New products, new services, new technologies, new governments, and new trends. A lot can happen over a decade, including new careers. Corporations and startups have created unique employment opportunities that may have been alien concepts at the turn of the century. Many of them have become popular jobs, with many of these positions making it possible for us to attain high-paying and downright excellent careers. In this video, we will talk about 10 jobs that did not exist 10 years ago. Please watch the video till the end to gain complete insights, else you will go with half-baked information. First is online dating profile writers. If you are desperate for love and romance, you have likely signed up for one of the many dating websites and mobile applications such as Tinder. But if you think you are not having much success, you might consider hiring an online dating profile writer. These professional scribes have become valuable resources for users who want to capture other people's attention in the online dating pool, using their expertise for writing, editing, proofreading, and constructive feedback. This shows how writing jobs evolve and diversify, from writing IKEA product guides to composing CVs to helping others find love online. Social media influencer. Social media has become a critical component of our lives and economies. However, we might not want to admit just how much of a role Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok play in the vast marketplace. Brands understand the power of social media, utilizing it in myriad ways. One of the strategies is employing social media influencers to promote a product or a service. Suffice it to say, if a social media personality has 1, 2, or 10 million followers on Instagram or YouTube, that individual will be a prime target for companies, whether it is a paid spot in a video or a shout out in a tweet. Third is Esports Coach. 10 years ago, the role of a sports coach was reserved for in-person sporting events. However, as gaming became a multi-billion-dollar industry and attracted players from across age groups, it's no surprise that this has changed. Want to combine your love of video games and sports with coaching and managing players? If so, you should consider a career as an sports coach. In this role, you will manage individual players or a team who play competitive video games online or in person, either through a program at an academic institution or as an independent business. Whether you work with one or more teams, you can expect to perform tasks such as scheduling, handling equipment acquisition, developing long-term strategies for the sports program. Drone operator, a career that has taken flight over the last 10 years, is a drone operator. If you enjoyed flying remote control planes as a kid, you'd likely love getting paid for it as an adult. Drone operators fly drones over various environments, collecting images or data that other organizations and individuals can use later. So whether you are flying a search and rescue drone or capturing footage for a nature documentary, in this role you can expect to operate the drone's controls while managing its location and any incoming data. Since 2016, over 1 million drones have taken flight. With more and more companies using drones, there are plenty of job opportunities in this job market. Fifth is podcast producer. Who does not have a podcast these days? It is estimated that there are approximately 850,000 podcasts with more than 30 million episodes, considering that half of US consumers over 12 listen to podcasts. This is a vast market. Everyone is getting in on the action. This is an excellent addition to the labor market because a new in-demand field has been born: podcast producers. This position has plenty of responsibilities such as podcast management, quality control supervision, guest research and schedule. As podcasts become more prevalent among the industry power players, podcast producers will be in even more demand than they are today. Food delivery driver. Remember when there were only certain foods you could order to your door, like pizza and wings? Yes, those were simple but sad times, at least for your taste buds. However, since the establishment of apps like DoorDash, skip the dishes and Uber Eats. You can now order from all of your favorite local restaurants and enjoy an array of delicious meals thanks to the hard work of these delivery drivers. Drivers are responsible for picking up restaurant orders and delivering them in the customer's location. Whether customers live in a house, apartment, or condo, drivers have orders right to their door. Talk about convenience. If you choose to become a driver, you must be able to confidently navigate through busy city streets while keeping an eye on the road. You will select your hours. Some drivers pick up a few extra hours each week, while others have a full-time schedule. Some choose to do this in a vehicle or on a bike, but they should always do it with a smile. Next is Telemedicine Physician. COVID-19 showed us how many jobs can be done online, and visits to the doctor are no different. By using virtual communication, telemedicine physicians provide remote medical services to patients with chronic health conditions and common illnesses. They diagnose and treat non-threatening diseases, monitor patients recovering from surgeries, and assist them in the ongoing management of their conditions. Some of our telemedicine physicians' responsibilities include reviewing and discussing patients' medical history, symptoms, current medications, and allergies, prescribing medication and various diagnosis tests to help with accurate diagnosis, analyzing and explaining diagnostic results to patients. The world is changing every day. Stay ahead of the curve by researching emerging markets. You never know what new careers are surfacing as a result. Blockchain analyst. Thanks to the rise of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, blockchain is quickly transforming into an integral and influential technology. Like cloud computing several years ago, many corporations are transferring to the blockchain. But these businesses are tapping into blockchain analysts to achieve this lofty goal. These professionals produce and install assets and accelerators that can assist with the development of an infrastructure that communicates with the blockchain. Next is cloud architect. Many companies are finally caving in and heading to the cloud, ditching their apprehension over this wildly successful technological development. So who are they turning to today? One of the most popular STEM fields, cloud architects. Information technology specialists develop the firm's computing strategy, design cloud adoption plans, establish a cloud management and monitoring scheme, and produce the cloud application design. Cloud computing was in its infancy in 2011 and has ballooned in the last couple of years. Chief Listening Officer. Have you ever been told to put your ear to the ground to understand the latest buzz? Well, this has been turned into an entirely new position known as a Chief Listening Officer, CLO. A CLO's primary role is to monitor internal and external communications regarding organizations, from gathering customer information to devising strategies to increase relationships with client and employees. The best way to achieve this is through social media and big data. Unfortunately, these two technologies were still immature a decade ago. So that's it from today. If you want more informative or interesting videos like this, consider subscribing Gururo.